The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down by...
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Jags get to him as down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
5-yard line.
Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Hey, echo. Jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
First carry for Darius Geis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
For a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though.
39-yard line.
70, Indy.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Geis, the ball carrier.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Able to complete this to Chenault. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 25-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line.
Ball carrier.
A gain of 3, second down.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yards he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Jaguar.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked on that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking deep for Hilton. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory.
To number 13.
A huge play that time for the Colts. And even 50 yards. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Working out of the gun, Rivers. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Rivers.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To the air again here, Rivers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game.
Colts 7. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Minshew. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Josh Oliver, 70 yards. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. And he returns this to the 22.
Draymond Smith on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
At the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On play action, Rivers looking for Campbell downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
Hey, Wahoo! Shoot!
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. No problem there on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Ready, ready!
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
58, come on. 58, come on. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Defense.
They start on the ground with Geis. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Minshew. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
24 is the mic. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 24 is the mic. Here we go, here we go.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. From the shotgun, it's Rivers, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, and it's 3rd and short.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State, it's USF's Marlon Mack. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. This is caught. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. That catch good for only a couple.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Looking to run with Mack. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Touchdown, Nyheim Hines. already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts add on to their lead.
His kick.
And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Colts 28, Jaguars 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
10-10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
15, Ronnie. 15 now. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, seam 6.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Minshew going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off near the 29. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Following the interception here, Rivers. That's complete to Marlon Mack. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it second down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
At the 21-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams
and he'll be brought down by the Colts. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down, make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Fielded at the 20. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10.
43-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Josh Allen. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
To try again after the sack. Rivers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
From the gun, Rivers. He's got his tight end, Burton. They had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joe Schobert charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
That sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. Now Rivers. Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Hines. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Naheem Hines, the ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
11-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jared Wilson. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Watch the boot, watch the boot. 58 for Mike, 58 for Mike.
From the 38, Minshew. Connection made with Chenault. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away.
54-yard.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Hey, Charlie.
On fourth down, Minshew. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll look to throw, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Oliver, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Lambo to add on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Colts 31, Jaguars 24. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 20-yard line.
Second and 11. Play action now. Rivers. He's got Burton here. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
To Trey Burton.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to float this over the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Rivers pass.
Trey Burton, 73 yards. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Minshew quickly completing it out wide. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. It'll be Minshew again. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 21. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Zoom. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Minshew, 1st and 10. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion, but this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Back to throw. Dumps it off for Geis. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. from 3 yards out. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
38.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. He's back to throw. And incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his helmet. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Rivers. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are on the field?
390.
Rivers fires this into the flat, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
13 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Burton. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
First down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Taylor. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now here's Rivers. He'll bring his guys up, and they'll go for the 2-point conversion. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead.
Jaguars 39.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll look to throw. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Now a desperate, and this is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark with time running out. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. Out of the gun is Minshew. And they do not get it. It's incomplete. They went for the win, and the big gamble does not pay off.
Jaguars 45.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. On 2nd down now, it's Mack.
Number 25, Marlon.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
Today's final score, Colts 40.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. It's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for Indianapolis,